I was thinking as Brother Gibbon was speaking, those who wait, they see that God is not a liar. People may not say God is a liar, but when you're not waiting, that's what you're saying. You're saying, I don't believe God. I don't believe his word. He's a liar. Christ isn't coming back. But see, we're believers. We're looking for the signs. We're preparing. We're waiting. We're living in view of being raised. You make daily choices every day that depend on you to be waiting or not. There's a whole list of choices you make. You made a choice today to wait. Today you showed up for the meeting of the saints. That was because you're waiting. That's why you're here today. Because you are waiting for Christ's return. You're waiting for the resurrection of the dead, so you showed up. Tomorrow you're going to show up for work or whatever you do, and you're going to make a whole host of choices on whether or not you're waiting or not. We don't have to explain why you did what you did or why you didn't do what you did. It's because you're waiting or you're not waiting. No regrets, Brother Given said. There's going to be a day that many are going to have a lot of regrets. So they're not waiting. They're not looking for Christ to return. They'd rather it not happen at all. I worked with a guy one time. He said, I don't want to get old. Well, just too bad. The fact is, you're getting old. He didn't want to get old because he wasn't waiting. He wanted to live for here and now. Everything is going to come to an end, so we're going to get ready. So that's what waiting is getting ready. How are you getting ready? Are you doing everything you can to get ready? Are you getting rid of everything you can? The baggage is weighing you down? I was thinking about, as Brother Given speaking, and there's athletes, there's people that are the different ways of waiting for different things that happen, like a tournament. I was thinking about when I was in school, I was waiting for a tournament to come up. Was I would prepare, I would get ready, I'd get built up, I would work out and build my endurance up. I would work out harder than I would even exert myself in the actual match, because I was anticipating winning. Now see, as believers in Christ Jesus, we are anticipating winning. Because in Christ Jesus, we are winners. Winners don't sit around and hope things happen. We are looking. We are preparing our hearts and minds for Christ's return. When he returns, we're going to be ready. We're not going to be caught unaware. We're going to be ready. So that's why, as an athlete, we are preparing ourselves for Christ's return. We are not going to be unready when death comes. When somebody's in sin, they're not waiting. This is why they're sinning, because they're not waiting. We are believers because we believe. That's why we're believers. We believe God. Jesus is going to return. That's the truth, brother. Amen. God said he's going to return. He's going to return. It doesn't matter when he's going to return. We're going to be ready. Amen. Because we're waiting. Now, if anybody here or anybody that hears my voice is not waiting, here's the glorious thing. You can confess your sin to Christ, to God, and get ready and start waiting. Let's not wait another minute to begin waiting. Let's start waiting now. Maybe up to this point, you haven't been waiting. You've been living in sin or whatever it is. Nobody knows your background, but God does. If there's anything that's in you that's not helping you to wait, let's get rid of it. Amen. Let's drop it and do those things that help you to wait. So as we wait, we don't cremate our bodies because we know Christ is returning. The dead will raise from the dead, will raise. So we bury our bodies. That's why we do this. We bury our bodies. We face him to the east because Jesus is returning. And when he returns, the dead will rise. So we wait. You know why people cremate bodies today, believers? Is because nobody's talking to them about waiting. They're talking too much about here and now and what's going on in this world, and all you can think about is saving money. And this is why, at least heathen at my work, they talk about cremation. The reasoning is because it saves money. And I remember one time I had a group of guys at work. They started talking about this, and I about ready said, heathen are the ones that cremate the bodies. And then it just kind of hit me. Well, these are a bunch of heathen talking about what they're going to do when they die. But as believers in Christ Jesus, we're waiting. We're preparing. We're getting ready for Christ to return. Everything that is contrary is going to go. See, as believers, we see that, and we don't hold on to it. We let it go because we know it's going to go. Amen. When the ship goes down, you don't hang on to the anchor. You get into the lifeboat and you wait to be saved. Amen. So what we're doing, our plans for now and our plans for tomorrow, are they helping you to wait? That's the exhortation. Make your plans to wait. Pour out your strength in waiting, and your strength will be renewed. Store up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Make yourself do everything that you can to be in a waiting posture.